Okay, so started a sort of cat and mouse type game. The idea being that you'll control the green people and you have to avoid the red people. And you've got different camera views here. We'll probably cycle through those rather than showing them all at once. This is just so I can see what's happening. So you can see I'm controlling this guy right now. If I move away from the red person, he disappears from the main screen, but he's still visible on the cameras. So if I were to open this door here, you'll see that he'll come through. He's now moving through this door here, and then I can close this one off. And as he gets in range of my person, I can sort of detect him. But if you move too far away, obviously you lose sight of him, so you'll have to cycle through the cameras to keep track of where he is if he's not nearby. Right now I've just got basic room-to-room movements, so you'll see that I can't really like go to the corner. I can just sort of stand in the middle of the rooms. That'll be fine for now, I think. And then once I add in like actual objectives, I can add them into a more specific location, so you can just move to that rather than needing to worry about like clicking in exactly the right place. You can just sort of move around. And obviously the logic is based on the doors as well, so you can see that I didn't click again, yet he knows that he can go around here now. If he can get past this guy, they're going to get stuck a little bit. There we go. Let's manage to sneak in. And so now he's in here. Oh, and there's a big red guy falling up behind. And there is a view cone, so you can see like as I'm facing this way, he's much harder to detect. But if I moved like the opposite direction, you can see I can follow him and see him much further now because he's in front of me. Whereas if I turn around, I'll lose sight of him much quicker, and he can sneak up behind you. So there is that sort of thing going on as well. Obviously, it's a very basic system, but it does work pretty well. There he is again. So as soon as I turn around, see he's gone quite quick, and yet he can sneak up behind me, but then once he's in front of me, I can see much further. Obviously, the idea being that if he does actually get near you, then he's going to actually kill you and stuff like that as well. So there is that to worry about. Yeah, you can. The idea being that you get control of the doors. As you can see, I'm clicking the doors and they open and close. And then if I close the doors, obviously no one can get through them right now. But the idea will be that you only have like a limited amount of control, so you can only control like 1 or 2 doors at a time, and then the others have to stay open, otherwise you won't have any control to like lock the others, etc. And also he will have some form of control to teleport out of rooms if he does get stuck. The enemy, that is, I mean, because otherwise it'll be a bit broken. And we're just going to stare at each other right now. Hello. Yeah, the reason my guy is like flickering at the moment is just so I can see which one I have controlled, because I'm thinking I might probably have multiple people to control as well. Haven't decided on that yet. It'll probably be much more difficult to keep control of multiple people. Obviously this map is very, very small, and eventually we will want bigger maps as well. There he is. Hello. See if I can see him. There he is. So you can sort of control your own person here by going this sort of thing, and then once he goes down here, you'll be able to control him like this sort of system. So you can see right now he's somewhere here. And I've managed to get down here by locking him out. So you can sort of abuse the pathfinding as you can get used to the layouts and stuff like that, which is the idea of it. So to sort of lock him out of certain rooms by opening certain doors and being able to go around. So now he's out here somewhere, and then he'll probably come back down here. He's here at the moment. And like I said, I can't actually like control my player to go down here. He won't move here, but he can sort of. Oh, I opened the door again. Yeah, I'll probably do some form of rotation, but we won't worry too much about that. So yeah, the idea will be that you'll have actual goals in mind. So you'll start at one end of the map or something, and then you have to wander around, sort of like unlocking stuff, finding different key codes to unlock certain doors or something like that. You know, just set goals across the map, and then obviously this guy will be just free roaming around. And obviously right now he gets stuck quite easily because I can control all the doors and stuff. But once I get in a system for him to actually pop out and up, like maybe we'll have some sort of thing where he can like climb through vents or something just to get through the base a bit easier, and then if he does get stuck he can sort of move out of the rooms. Or we'll just have like rooms where you can only control like one door and the other door will just be permanently open or something, or just like completely missing, and that sort of thing as well. So like for example this could be one entire open area and then I can just control these two doors to keep it closed, but maybe he'll still be able to get from here to here by some sort of vent system that takes a while to get through or something. So it slows him down, but at the same time it doesn't, like, he can't just get stuck in an area of the map that you're not ever going to be able to, like, if you don't need it. For instance, like if my goal was here and I'm here, then obviously I could just lock down this entire area and keep him trapped forever, but I don't really want that. So we need to give him sort of like a fail-safe way out if ever he does get trapped for a certain period of time. But yeah, it's probably working pretty well so far. I quite like it. It's quite fun. System of obviously this sort of system being able to see everything at once is, I haven't decided, to probably be taken away at some point, just so you can't sort of there he is. And obviously, like I say, right now he's just completely ignoring the player. All he's doing is just randomly walking around the base, the enemy I mean. The enemy's just like, has no chase logic or anything involved yet. He's just completely picking one room at random and moving there, whereas eventually he will actually try and detect you as well. So things like if he's in close range to you, he'll have his own field of view. He'll have noise detection as well, so if you're doing something in a room he'll sort of have an extended range to be able to hear that, and then he might have more chance to come and grab you, sort of thing. So as you sort of complete your objectives, he'll sort of zone in a bit more and more. We're just going to follow him around for now. I think it's quite fun. And I like that he can sort of disappear off the main view, but he's always sort of on the cameras at some point. Eventually I'll probably increase the size of the walls but give some windows or something, so like right now I can still see him in the distance there, but eventually he does sort of go off certain cameras at different times. And then of course once you have the door shut, like if this wall and the door are taller you wouldn't be able to see him in this camera anymore, but if there's a window say here, I'd be able to look through the window and see if he's in there or not. So depending on which camera you're looking at will determine on how much of the map you can see at once, and obviously that will just come down to designing the actual world. This is just really a quick test that I threw together just to see how it would actually play out, and obviously the map's going to be a lot bigger depending on like how it's designed. Right now every sort of square is a room, so we can sort of see like this is one room, this is one room, and they're all looking very square at the moment. And obviously, like I say, I can sort of join them together to make, if I remove this wall, this would just look like one big room, but it's actually two. But you wouldn't be able to really tell with that. Like this one here is literally two rooms, but you can't actually tell because of, all I have to do is remove the middle walls and suddenly it just looks like one room. But it is technically two in the way the game is set up. And of course, I could just remove all the walls and have one really, really huge room. Kind of pointless, but you could, he's coming through, he's here. He just completely ignored me. It's like, yep, can't even see him. But yeah. So yeah, that's the idea. And obviously these little cubes here are the cameras themselves. There's one over here as well. And so like I say, this is just so you can sort of see which ones you can control. And then I'll probably do it so that you can click on the cameras as well to like open up their views. And you'll probably have like a limited amount of power for that as well, so you can't control them all at once, but you can just sort of flick between them, as the same as you do with the doors. So he's over here somewhere. There he is. But yeah, that's the basic idea of it so far.